This will be a debunk proving that Democrats and libs are the sole reason for America and Americans' division. These sides are split so much solely because Dems have become so far extreme, socialist, tyrannical, anti-American in their values, and openly against everything good for us. America and Americans are currently more divided right now than since our first Civil War. The left proves it impossible for their radical evil and average real Americans to coexist in peace. Constant evasion, insult, spamming, denial. We need to be able to talk, yet libs prove such a feat. In fact, at one point I asked over 400 to debate, I counted, and only a few actually responded reasonably like a normal human being. All I merely ask for is for civil debate on an issue. Libs cannot debate. Democrats have factually turned division into a weapon and a means for them to keep voter support. All major Dems are openly online 24/7, spreading blatantly anti-American divisive lies and fear-mongering. We are factually so split only because Dems in their extreme split values on what America means, what American values are, and things like massive issues and topics like Israel, abortion, deportations, Ukraine, etc. that seriously split people apart. The majority of real Americans would not root for a direct harm plus worse. President Trump brings real Americans and real American patriotism together and back stronger than I've seen in this country since post 9/11. Name a single way President Trump is divisive, besides lies making him so. He is not. He may say bad things about Dems, but he says facts. Dems deserve every little bit of heat, and they are the factual hostile force openly and intentionally harming and destroying America from within. Democrats fuel divisive lies and rhetoric every chance given so they can draw more supporters. Democrats crank up immediate takes on big issues to fuel such, pouring billions into ads, social media ops, and TV hits that scream fear and anti-American division. That's all Dems do, and all they do online is post fear-mongering lies and division, every single post. They are factually the reason we are nearly at civil war and are so divided, spreading harmful lies that Trump's a Nazi, pedo, Hitler 2.0, and getting crowds of people pissed off and riled up. Trump is not even slightly such terms. 73% of Americans in a poll say that we are now more divided than ever. Dems weaponize protests like no kings to rile up masses. Democrats have funneled dark money into groups that fund chaos like Act Blue, that dump cash into activist networks that incite the masses. Dems like Ilhan Omar incite violence and treason constantly, inciting masses to form against law enforcement and law and order. Internal leaks show DNC strategists admitting they amplify culture wars to lock in power, admitting in strategy memos that without the divide they'd lose everything. Dems are the only ones openly pushing blatantly anti-American agendas and harmful measures against us. That is divisive alone. Dems and libs have made us factually so divided that we cannot even really talk anymore. I know, because it is all Kirk and I really tried to do to no avail. The left is vile and undebatable. Libs are the ones en masse by tens of thousands being openly vile, divisive, violent, and evil. It's the Democrats' playbook. Divide, fearmonger, conquer, and blame the other side. Dems openly want gun bans and extremely anti-American BS that they attempt to shove down our throats. That is where this division comes from. This discussion over who causes the division in the U.S. is firmly over. Dems and libs force 24/7 acts of war against us, rooting for our direct harm and worse. People like Good and Preddy would have never even lost their lives had they not been fully consumed by years of Democrat lies and indoctrination that convinced them they were living in 1930s Germany. Charlie Kirk once posted that the divided in America is between anyone with a grip on reality and the clinically insane, and he was not wrong. No real American in the right mind would ever vote for any Democrat ever again. The White House and DHS are firing back at Democrats in the media for their outrageous lie of recent that ICE used a child as bait. These are the same 24/7 lies that divide us. That was just one example of countless thousands. ICE literally saved the child after his illegal parent ran away, leaving him all alone.